to play.
Welcome to Flat Out Elected. My name is Rand Campbell. I'm going to make this message very simple and very clear, so make it applicable to your behavior. For the elect, you know better. All of this exposure going on and all of this unveiling of some insidious behaviors by this satanic occult world we live in. Be careful. It could be bait. Could be bait. A lot of people call it a distraction. I'll talk about that in a minute, but it could be bait. You could be being baited into doing some things you shouldn't do. Protect yourselves. Be very mindful of that. Not every single thing that we come to is good for you to react to. They love a reaction. They don't do anything for one reaction. They do everything looking for several reactions. Be very careful of how you react. And for those of you that say it's just a distraction, be very careful as well. When you call these things just distractions, you suggest that they're not true and that these satanic vultures, these vampires, are not doing the things that we've always known they have been doing, at least those that are elected into the truth and have been speaking on this for a while. So don't do that. Don't say it's just a distraction. Please don't say that. You suggest it's not true, and it's very, very true, and it's very insidious what they've done and continue to do. If your job is to be in the stands and just hand out refreshments, do that. That's fine. There are those with an assignment to get on a battlefield and speak very, very deeply about what is going on in this season, in these days that we now know for sure are end days. Let the guys on the battlefield, let the people on the battlefield do what they're supposed to do. You stay in the stands and hand out fresh drinks and hot dogs if that's what you're doing. But you don't get to tell the people on the battlefield what to do. We live in some very serious times. It's not a time to joke. This isn't a time to play. My concern is where are all these protesters? You want to protest about some of the dumbest stuff, but when you get the information that we've recently had come to light in respects to what your idols are doing, where's the protesting? You got nothing to say now. Now the cat's got your tongue, you got nothing to say. We know why the media doesn't like to talk too much about that, because they're all a part of it. This runs deep. This is one of the most insidious truths you will ever come to. I've spoken on this many times. Be very careful how you respond to it. And understand that God is in full control. With that being said, this is a wonderful opportunity for you to bring people to Christ, because a lot of people are now going to start asking questions. Those that thought you were crazy are now becoming aware of the very simple fact you're not crazy. You're just ahead of the game. So when they come to you with questions and concerns, be respectful. Be very respectful. And talk to them about Jesus Christ as their Lord and Savior, because he is the only actual truth this world has ever known. Get right with Jesus Christ. And if you are a warrior, don't take the bait, but use this opportunity to talk about the Lord.
When you talking to the principalities and reminding the powers and telling them who you are and what's going to happen, that's when you get an attitude. We have access to God with boldness and confidence. We can go boldly to the throne of God. We can go confidently to him. But what does the devil do? He keeps bringing up your past. He keeps bringing up your failures. He keeps bringing up your shortcomings. I'm not going to God on the basis of my righteousness, not my righteousness. I'm going on the basis of his righteousness and who he